How I turned having no friends into real confidence and success. When I had no friends and faced the truth. I want to tell you a true story, a quiet story, a story many people hide. There was a time in my life when I had no friends, no messages, no calls, no one waiting for me. I would wake up, look at my phone, nothing. I would eat alone, walk alone, think alone. At first, it felt painful, very painful. I thought something was wrong with me. I asked myself many questions. Why am I alone? Why do people leave? Why am I not enough? I compared myself to others. They laughed together. They shared photos. They had groups. I had silence. Silence can feel heavy. Silence can feel scary. But silence also speaks. Most people are afraid of silence. They fill it with noise, social media, small talk, fake smiles. I could not escape it. I had to face it. And one day, I stopped running. I sat alone in my room. No music, no phone, no distraction. Just me. That moment changed everything. Because for the first time, I listened to myself. I heard my real thoughts, not the thoughts shaped by others, not the thoughts shaped by likes or comments, my own thoughts. I realized something important. I was lonely, but I was also free. Free from pressure, free from expectations, free from pretending. When you have no friends, you stop performing, you stop acting, you stop trying to impress. You become honest. Honesty is uncomfortable, but honesty is powerful. I saw my weaknesses clearly, my fear of rejection, my fear of judgment, my fear of being invisible. Most people never face these fears. They hide behind people. They hide behind noise. I had no place to hide, so I faced them. I asked myself one simple question. Who am I when no one is watching? That question stayed with me, day after day. I noticed how much my happiness depended on others before, on attention, on approval, on being included. Without friends, all of that disappeared. And something strange happened. I felt lighter. Yes, I felt lonely, but I also felt calm. I no longer waited for messages. I no longer waited for invitations. I started waiting for myself. I started spending time with myself, not to escape loneliness, but to understand it. I walked alone at night. I watched the city lights. I listened to my breath. I asked myself what I really wanted, not what looked good, not what impressed others, what felt true. This is where confidence begins, not outside, inside. Real confidence does not come from friends. It does not come from applause. It does not come from validation. It comes from self-trust. And self-trust is built in silence. When no one is there to tell you who you are, you must decide. That decision is scary, but it is also empowering. I realized I could rebuild myself from the ground up. No labels, no roles, no expectations, just values. I wrote them down. Who I want to become, what I stand for, what I refuse to accept. I had time, so much time. Time is dangerous if wasted, but time is powerful if used well. Most people with friends waste time, talking, complaining, repeating the same stories. I used my time to grow. I read books slowly. I trained my body. I trained my mind. I learned new skills, not to show off, but to feel capable. Capability creates confidence. Each small win mattered. Each promise kept to myself mattered. I said I would wake up early. I did it. I said I would train. I did it. I said I would learn. I did it. No one clapped, no one noticed, but I noticed. That is when real confidence starts. Confidence is not loud. It is quiet, stable, unshaken. Slowly, I stopped feeling ashamed of being alone. I understood something deep. Being alone is not a punishment. It is a training ground. Life was training me to stand strong without support, training me to think without influence, training me to act without approval. People with no friends are not broken. They are being shaped. This was only the beginning. Part 2. How loneliness became strength and discipline. At first, loneliness feels empty, like a room with no furniture. But emptiness is not bad. Emptiness is space to build. When I stopped feeling sorry for myself, I saw the truth. Loneliness gives you something rare: time, energy, focus. Most people never have all three. They lose time in conversations. They lose energy in drama. They lose focus in noise. I had none of that, so I used what I had. I created a simple routine. Nothing fancy, nothing perfect. Wake up, move my body, learn something new, reflect, sleep. Every day. Discipline saved me. Not motivation, not inspiration. Discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. When you are alone, no one pushes you, no one reminds you, no one checks in on you. You either grow or you sink. I chose to grow. I trained even when I felt tired. I studied even when I felt bored. I continued even when I felt invisible. That is how strength is built, quietly. I stopped chasing quick happiness. I stopped chasing comfort. Comfort is dangerous. Comfort makes you weak. Loneliness forced me to face discomfort. I learned to sit with uncomfortable thoughts. Thoughts about failure. Thoughts about fear. Thoughts about my future. Instead of escaping them, I examined them. Fear loses power when you look at it. I wrote my fears down. Then I broke them into smaller pieces. Small fears are easier to handle. Each day, I did one hard thing. One thing I wanted to avoid. Cold mornings, difficult workouts, hard conversations with myself. Hard things make you strong. I also learned to control my attention. Attention is your most valuable resource. Without friends, my attention was no longer scattered. I could focus deeply. I focused on skills that matter, skills that compound over time. Communication, self-control, learning speed. These skills do not show results fast, but they change your life slowly. Most people quit before they see progress. I did not quit, because I had nothing else to distract me. Loneliness removes excuses. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to motivate you. This truth is heavy, but it is also freeing. When you accept it, you stop waiting. You start acting. I stopped blaming my past. I stopped blaming people. I stopped blaming circumstances. Responsibility became my power. Everything improved when I took full responsibility. My body became stronger. My mind became sharper. My emotions became calmer. I was no longer reactive. I was intentional. This is what real confidence looks like. Not arrogance, not loud words. Calm control. I noticed something surprising. The more comfortable I became alone, the less lonely I felt. Loneliness changed shape. It became solitude. Solitude is different. Loneliness hurts. Solitude heals. Solitude gives clarity. In solitude, you hear your inner voice clearly. You stop copying others. You stop chasing trends. You create your own path. I started respecting myself. Respect grows when you keep promises to yourself. Each day I proved something to myself. I can handle discomfort. I can stay consistent. I can rely on myself. That belief is unbreakable. Friends can leave. Opportunities can disappear. Money can come and go. But self-belief stays. This is the foundation of success. Success is not luck. Success is preparation meeting opportunity. Loneliness prepared me. I became someone who could handle pressure, someone who could think clearly, someone who could move alone. Most people panic when they are alone. I learned to perform. And slowly, without trying, things began to change. People noticed my calm, my focus, my presence. I did not chase attention. Attention came to me. This is the paradox. When you stop needing people, you become attractive. Not because you reject them, but because you are complete.
Part 3. How real confidence created success and the right people. Something changed when I stopped fearing being alone. I stopped trying to be liked. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped chasing approval. I showed up as I was. Calm, focused, grounded. Real confidence does not ask for permission. It does not beg. It does not prove. It simply exists. People can feel it. I noticed it in small moments. The way people listened when I spoke, the way they trusted my words, the way they respected my boundaries. Nothing about me was louder, but everything about me was clearer. Clarity is powerful. When you are clear about who you are, life responds. Opportunities started appearing, not suddenly, not magically, gradually, because I was ready. I had built discipline. I had built skills. I had built self-trust. Success did not feel overwhelming. It felt natural. That is how you know it is real. When success comes before you are ready, it breaks you. When it comes after preparation, it builds you. I was no longer afraid of failure. Failure had already happened in silence, when no one was watching. I survived that. So success felt light. I also noticed something important about people. Not everyone deserves access to your life. When you are lonely, you think you need everyone. When you are confident, you choose carefully. I no longer wanted many friends. I wanted real ones. People who respect silence, people who value growth, people who are honest. And they appeared naturally, not because I searched for them, but because I became like them. You attract what you are. When you are desperate, you attract noise. When you are whole, you attract quality. My relationships became simple. No games, no pressure, no pretending, just mutual respect. This is the hidden reward of being alone. You learn standards. Standards protect your time. Standards protect your energy. Standards protect your future. Success is not only money, it is freedom. Freedom to say no, freedom to walk away, freedom to choose your life. I built that freedom quietly. While others were busy comparing, while others were busy seeking validation, I was building myself. Looking back, I'm grateful for the loneliness. It stripped me down. It removed illusions. It forced growth. Without it, I would still be chasing attention. Without it, I would still be insecure. Loneliness was not my enemy. It was my teacher. If you have no friends right now, listen carefully. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are being prepared. Use this time wisely. Build discipline. Build skills. Build self-respect. Learn to sit in silence. Learn to keep promises to yourself. Learn to walk alone without fear. One day, you will look back, and you will understand. The confidence you built alone cannot be taken away. The success you earned quietly cannot be denied. Do not rush, do not compare, do not beg for belonging. Belong to yourself first. Everything else will follow. This is how I turned having no friends into real confidence and success, and you can do it too.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.